So I'm on my way to go get a boat. I have no idea. Ben found a boat on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace for free. So I'm driving an hour and a half to Cherry Hill, New Jersey to get a free boat. I mean, it looks pretty sweet. So we'll see what happens when we get there. I'll keep you tuned. Okay, we got the boat. There's the Expedition. Look at how big the boat is. Beautiful thing. Got some issues. I'll take you around and show you what they are. Okay, so here she is. She needs some work, and just to get it home, this tire here is so dry rot. That's not gonna make it far, but my biggest concern is there ain't no bearing in that wheel bearing anymore. We got an issue there. So Ben is gonna come down and bring me some wheel bearing stuff and a tire. We'll figure this out. But yeah, I mean, look at that beauty. Got a nice swim deck-ish, a little on the leaning side. And this side over here. So she's doing good. Oh, we're dragging a wire, it looks like. That's minor stuff. All right, update. Still waiting on Ben to get here with some tires and hub assemblies. But we did get some lights working. Been working at it. So, kind of had to rig them together in there. We have these magnetic trailer lights, but the wiring wasn't even close to long enough for this trailer. So, there was a bunch of wires hanging down. Well, there still are a few hanging down from underneath the trailer for the original lights. And so I just had to cut and splice some stuff together and I have it draped around, but we got lights. That one has a little on the broken side, but it works. So there's the original light on that side. Didn't even try to get that working because I have other ones that I know work. So we have it kind of rigged together. Waiting on Ben to get here with the wheel bearing. I drove it down to a Wawa and it's really hot right now and not doing well. Made a lot of racket. So gonna let that cool off and tear it off while we're waiting on Ben. So this is what we're up against right now. Waiting on Ben to get here yet. It is pretty well dark. There was zero bearing left inside of this hub assembly, none whatsoever. The bearing race has become one flesh with the hub. You can see I'm boogering it up pretty good. I ran to Walmart and got a hyper tough claw hammer because I didn't have a hammer and a little punch. And we're working at getting this bearing off of here. You can see it's ground in pretty good on the bottom side. From when the guy brought it home, who knows how many years ago, he didn't even know the wheel bearing was bad, which is most likely possible. But anyway, that's what we're up against. So I'm waiting on Ben, hammering away at this. Okay, we finally got it off. There's the bearing race that was causing all the issues. Here's that spindle. You can see it's pretty worn down on the bottom side there. Hopefully it'll be enough to get us home at least. Hopefully we can get the new bearing hub assembly on, because he's bringing me a whole hub assembly from my other trailer. We're gonna stick it on here. So, we're making progress. So I just talked to Ben. He is on his way. He's kind of stuck in traffic getting around Philly. So, everything's apart, ready for him when he gets here. So yeah, this is part of going and getting stuff that you don't know what you're getting. It's a lot of fun. Breaking down, fixing it. I'm just glad I have people that can come and help. So Ben's on his way. I'm not sure if Abby's with him or not. I guess we'll find out when he gets here. Okay, so help has arrived.
Yeah.
He's here to rescue me.
Got tires.
With tires, and hopefully everything fits. We're gonna find out. Oh, he's got a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, we're gonna get the boat back on the road. All right, the other side we got on, and that's pretty good. This side here, we could not get the wheel off. I think the bearing seized in there. So we changed over the outer bearing. The inner bearing's still intact. We'll see what happens. The brakes are really making a lot of racket in there, so take a listen. So until those chew themselves up and spit them out, it's gonna make some rackets. We're gonna stop a couple times to make sure that wheel bearing is okay. And we don't have caps, though. Hey, that'll be fine. Tire a little on the low side.
A little bit.
It was at 26.
Oh. Getting her filled up. It's a big boat. Another one. Well, the boat's going down the road. Wheel bearing's making hateful noises, but it's doing it. Can't really hear it in the video, but it's grinding good proper. Or maybe some brake pads. Either way, be all right. Okay, well, it is currently 11. Well, just about 11 o'clock, and we are still on the way home. We had to pull over because there are no lights, as you can see. We had to eliminate them because they fell off. So no more lights. So stick close and it'll be alright.
Alright, so we're gonna check out the wheel bearings on this thing. We made it quite a ways. I lost my lights completely. The wonderful roads of Philadelphia. My lights are no more. So now, instead of having my tail lights attached to the back of the boat, they're attached to the back of Ben's Expedition. Yeah. We're gonna go with that. But I want to check the wheel bearings out, and then I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get one light working, because we do have that one there. Yeah. And now we have wires going to it. So we'll check that out. Well, light's not working at all. So we tried. Wheel bearings are all doing good. Nothing's hot. Everything seems to be good. So I think we're gonna keep rolling.
Go home, go to bed.
Go home, go to bed, because Ben's got to get up and go to work.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And his wife Abby's in here somewhere too.
Sleeping.
Oh, she's zonked.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so this is what you can do when you have a son who's willing to come down and rescue you with getting a free boat.
Yep.
Clean this guy up, see what happens. All right. We made it home. All's well. It's a little after midnight, but everything went good. I mean, except for the fact we had no lights and we had those wheel bearing issues. But hey, that's to be expected. And with the free boat, who can argue? So this is the boat. It's quite a piece of work. You can see the swim deck needs some help, but overall, as people would say, the bones are good. Well, we'll find out if the engine is actually running or not, or decent. The guy said that the boat did run at one point here before it was parked. So we are going to find out. So it's got a cabin down inside, which is neat. I know, of course, needs a bunch of work, needs refinished. It's filthy dirty down here, so that does need a good cleaning. But you can see it's one of those, oh, look at that, my radio works. Or the CB. Turn that off so the battery doesn't go dead. I do have the cover for that somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it needs a good cleaning, but it's all here. It has a stove and a sink. Used to have a refrigerator at some point in time. Probably went bad and they threw it away. I'm gonna see if I can make a little shelf in there to put an ice chest or something. That would be fine for what we need. And yeah, you can see like the cupboard drawers are falling apart and different things. But it is all here and fairly solid. There's the outside of the boat. So it has the aft cabin. Yeah, it's tight, but it would sleep two smaller people or children. You see it's filthy dirty. It has a bathroom. It's also really dirty. Lots of mold which we're going to be using a lot of bleach to clean all that up, because that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I don't know about taking a shower and something like this. Huh. A wiper motor for the windshield in the bathroom. How neat is that? But yeah, that's that. So we're gonna see if the trim at least works. Oh yeah, I hear it going down. That's a good thing. Okay, so I can't get the key to work, but I'll jump across here at the starter solenoid, and it does crank. Hey, this thing will run. It runs. It's alive, folks. All right, well, we're back out here working on this boat again. We got it fired the other day on just a little bit of gasoline dumped in the carburetor. And I found out that the fuel filter down here, I thought that it was like double gasketed or something like that, like you could do an oil filter. But turns out that the suction line, the pickup line coming from the fuel tank had a slight crack in it, and so it was sucking air, and so that was the whole issue. So all I did was just cut the suction line off, stuck it on the hose bar a little further, tightened the clamp up, and I engaged the fuel pump, electric fuel pump on this, engaged the fuel pump, and it was shooting out there. So in theory, it should run. So we're going to give that a try right now. And I have no idea how, but the fuel that was coming out of there looked clean, looked really good. So we're going to reach up here and turn the key on. And I still haven't figured out the ignition switch yet up there. Not getting power back to this relay, but we'll get there. So we're going to crank it here at the starter solenoid again. Fuel pump's priming. There she is. She's a runner. She's running. Actually, it's running really good. Idling nice. She's doing good. We're working at the Outdrive as well. And the bellows were shot, so I'll have to get new ones. And also that little oiler hose there was leaking the oil, and the shift cable was shot. So I do have to spend a couple $100 on getting parts and stuff. Here's the exhaust bellows, and this is all new for me. I've never had one of these Outdrives off before, and so it's all new for me. It's very unique. The U-joints seem to be really good. The splines are really good. Surprisingly, most everything in the boat works. The horn doesn't work yet, but the lights work. All the sump pumps work. The water pump works. Pretty much everything in the boat works, which is quite surprising.